Okay.
There we go. All right, got it there. Alrighty, peaceful greetings. How is everyone doing on this lovely moon day intuition Monday? Bro, it's for like ages since we did the last one. I'm like, man, it's Monday, but like, it's only been a cycle, but peaceful greetings. I am brother Sean Lane Ale. All as well. Sometime my bro over there calls me
Brave heart, brave heart.
And I'm here with my astro magnificent Cancer ascendant bro, and he is.
I am namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco, in northwest of Mexham. How are you? Let's get it, man. It's Intuition Monday, bro. Let's get it.
Let's get it. So, let's see. They're not showing. Oh, there we go. Haha. All right. Got the screen share over here. I'm gonna hit a full screen. How we looking? We looking good?
Looking good.
All right. I will be starting us off, doing 1 through 3, 7 through 9. Brother Sign got 4 through 6, 10 through 12. So yeah, I guess with further ado, we're just gonna dive right on into this. All right, so let's see. We are starting off at the Leo zone for this. All right, so for this solar partial eclipse, guys, we'll be starting off in the Leo zone. This will be occurring October 25th, 2022 on the Mars day here. Occurring at 0400 hours 48 minutes, so or 4:48 a.m. anti-meridian for Coban, Guatemala. All right, guys. So we have Libra on the rise for you guys. 15 degrees, 11 minutes. All right, being ruled by the lovely Venus, and here we are talking about the sun and moon. But it's also very interesting that I see here is we have Venus attached to this.
Yes.
So, yes, this is definitely some mind, soul, and body. What was that? Somebody said Tupac coming back out somewhere from Malaysia? Don Illuminati, soul, mind, soul, and body. How am I doing this?
How am I doing this? Yo.
All right, y'all. So this will be occurring in your first house. So for the Guatemalan surrounding areas in this Leo zone, and also Libra risings as well. This can very much apply to you as well here. So what we have is Sol, Luna, and Venus in 2 degrees via combusta, because that via combusta is from 15 degrees Libra to 15 degrees Scorpio. But we're not going to be doom and gloom astrologers here, because this is a great thing with this partial eclipse going on here. So when it comes to the mentality, the mindset, or just the self-identity of this area, but also the people as well, won't say public there, public deals with the military. So, and also the body politic, and also the psychology of the masses, right? They would say the masses, psychology of the people here. So with Sun, Moon, and Venus all here in Scorpio in this first house, this is a death and rebirth of yourself. And this could be for good or it could be for worse, depending on your actions and just your sincerity and intent here. So we could really be seeing just signs of, kind of the people coming together in some sorts of fashion in Guatemala area, or authority, so-called authority, quote unquote, dealing with Sol and Luna, as some things coming out, because Scorpio also deals with investigations, other people's quote money of some sorts or resources.
You know it, OPP. Yeah, you know me.
Yes. Yeah, you guys really gonna be really looking to yeah, I think there's a lot of things that's gonna be coming up in the home, because we know that, yes, Sun, Moon, and Venus. I'm gonna give you some game here for everyone that is watching, looking, how can we get like 7 Hill Star, but not give shout outs to 7 Hill Star? Well, here we go. Sun, Moon, and Venus. They're in Scorpio, but they're in the Cancer Navamsha. So there's gonna be either emerging or just things coming out about the home here. Whether it's, kind of like family secrets, you want to say, or just when it comes to dealing with like estates or land in those senses. These things are going to be coming out. And I'll also say here that Sun, Moon, and Venus is in a grand trine with Lilith. We have Lilith at 1 degree Cancer in retrograde, and also with the vertex right here in the 5th house. So, there's going to be some faded relationships coming up, whether it be, like past people coming back, or just meeting those out about, or to really just having the memories of just like creativity or romance, or even for the children. Lilith is in the 9th, so 9th house deals with philosophy and wisdom. So there could be a sense of kind of like the skeletons coming out of the closet when it comes to the fascination denial of just your ministers or clergymen or, lawyers, those that deal with religion here. It's the cat's coming out the bag. Like, you really can't seem to hide that from what is truth, and Venus is ruling over this chart. So a lot of people are going to relate to mysteries, like folks thinking that like, TV shows like Law and Order or CSI, or, all these different type of shows of like justice or death or occult things. Folks are really going to see that it's more than just TV shows that they might like to fascinate themselves with. And this could be applied to our daily practices, especially when you're, watching 7 Hill Star Monday, Wednesday, or in a jurisprudence gym, or just watching different things on the internet here. And we got Mercury there too. So, and Libra. So yeah, it's definitely communications when it comes to justice and just balance in your life. The vertex is going to be is where it's at, but these beings are going to help you see the bigger picture. Vertex and Pisces, or you might see the bigger picture from past actions, or might want to get lost in dreaminess, but it's going to give you a sense of heartfelt to really help you shine that wisdom or that law that you have been learning about. And with Lilith as well, as I'll wrap this up, there's going to be a lot of shifts in the home and way that everyone views their resources and their self-worth and their finances. There's a shift, there's a change coming up in that. As it pertains to the fiat currency, when it comes to gold and silver, and they also say like cryptocurrency and all these other different things. Cat's out the bag. There's a lot of things servicing, a lot of communications, a lot of family dealings, maybe like some secret inheritances or estates or wills, all these various things that deal with just Scorpio. And I also forgot to mention Sun, Moon, and Venus is at the plot degree. So be plotting for sincerity and love, and not the opposite of those. And with that, I will yield for Coban, Guatemala, for the Leo zone, and also for the Libra risings. So moving along, we're going to get now to the Cancer zone. All right, and we are still on Tuesday, the active day here. At 3:48 anti-meridian, and this is for Vancouver, Canada, and just the surrounding areas there along the so-called East Coast there, right? And also this can apply to Virgo risings, right? Virgo ascendants. So now we have Sun and Sol and Luna in your 2nd house of self-worth and finances. And this will show your daily routine here. So now I'm looking at this for for you guys, this area, this is going to be a sense of like the people coming together with their finances, their wealth, and really looking to start to make some changes here and how they see themselves and how they view themselves and how they can be able to acquire things here. And Venus is in Scorpio as well. So this is like all about intensity, or not being afraid to embrace that that lower self, that darker nature of ourselves, to really take that energy and feel it for something light and something better. And now looking at Vertex and Lilith, as I stated, so Vertex is right here in the 6th. So this is about coming together with, some of those that you might work with, get service from. Also, you could even be, meeting beings out on your run or just daily outings of taking care of things, right? Lilith is in the 10th. So this is going to bring up things about the fascination, denial of your authority of who you are and who the collective is, and those who have been, elected to be in these seats that give themselves these titles, right? So 2, 6, and 10 is all dealing with finances, the job, and the career, or just long-term, like long-term goals, or just projects here. And yeah, I said this is a Cancer in the Vamsha. So this is really just being able to find ways to make everywhere feel like home. So really being able to get grounded in ourselves and starting to feel like home is everywhere. It's just not where we go rest and recharge at. It's our bodies, our temples, and anywhere we go is home. And this is Canada area, Virgo rise, so Mercury. So this is being poured out through Mercury. So yeah, let's continue to be a lot of communication here about just one's personal finances, or just seeing the beauty in things. And emotions, yeah, Sun and Venus, Moon. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of like communications, or a sense of oneness. So definitely kind of like a releasing, like, because I know I've been feeling like it's, and this is occurring October 25th, and it's like the 17th, but this energy is going to feel heavy, but it's going to feel like a sense of relief. And when you're able to really take the fated relations that you have made, whether it's from those that you work with or past coworkers here, and just those that you would like to see as an authority figure that you would like to see for yourself. There's going to be a harmonic energy here, like a sense of new beginning, a sense of rebirth, as I say with Scorpio, as the phoenix rises out the ashes. So yeah, definitely a lot of a transformative energy here, a lot of psychic energy. So I would say also make sure you're writing or just keeping track, or they say keeping the receipts of just events and things that are occurring. Because yeah, as I said, once again, everything is coming out. So channeled song right here out of nowhere, ready or not, about the Fugees. If you've been trying to hide from things, your skeletons are gonna find you. Right. Yeah. So just be open to change. And really just seeing the growth within yourself, and taking the tense energy and really flipping that into something positive, and not letting the intensity or the waters of your mind overtake you. So just learning how to go with the flow and enjoy it. And I will yield for the Cancer Zone for Vancouver, Canada, and surrounding areas.
It's wow. I'm just making sure I'm putting a couple of these posts out, man. George Bridge came up right now.
All right, so let's move along next to the Gemini zone right away.
Gemini zone.
All right, and now we have Cancer on the rise. Right here for on the Gemini zone. This is Tutuila Island, Cook Islands. So definitely Luna is gonna be feeling good about this one. Right. Kind of move us on now. All right, so this is third house. We got Sun, Moon, and Venus there in the third. So we know that Scorpio ruled by actually by Mars, and I would say contemporarily by Pluto. So we can even look at Mars if we would like to as well. Look at that, 25 degrees, 25 minutes. So that's a 7-7 there, right?
Looky, Astro Cookie.
All right, so Luna's in the third. So yeah, third house for this partial eclipse. Plotting. I would definitely say watch out for the false flags, false propaganda. As we know, the third house deals with like propaganda, rumors, or just what they would say public. Well, we know the people would think about thing, or just watching how, for those that like to study psychology, you can just also see, or people can receive an insights about just how the mindset of the people work. Maybe like quote unquote the masses, the mindset of the masses right now. So all this is going on in Scorpio. So that's definitely a lot of intense energy, maybe for love, for communication, for really just merging the beauty in life that you see with the beauty of those around you, or those that you can really relate to. And what makes this interesting is that Juno's right there with the vertex. Interesting. But that trine is a little weak, but vertex is right there with Juno. So definitely could be meeting as they would say, your one or soulmate, possibly. And that's in the 8th house. Or just being able to go to another deeper level with your mates here. And finally, yeah, just being able to shine your own lights and be able to get your finances together, or being able to go on a random trip or something like that to really just enjoy yourself and your loved ones, or just taking a trip for an artistic or creative sense. So like if one has been feeling writers or creators block, like going somewhere to where they could be in the mountains, or going to sit by water, like waterfalls, definitely great with Scorpio, or just a museum, or even some beings could be what are those one little rooms, like the little breakout rooms they do, escape rooms, yeah, doing like an escape room.
Like a panic room or something, like
panic room, yeah. Going to do something like that and enjoy that. I like some laser tag or any of that.
Laser tag.
Ooh, yeah, and what's all that still? Yeah, being ruled by Venus. So yeah, being able to relate honestly, and just even taking the opportunity to just really become more loyal and honest to yourself too as well. And that will also start to reflect with beings on the outside of you. Yeah. And with that, I think I will yield. What's Mars at for that? Mars in 11th, yeah. So there's definitely be a lot of mental communication that happens. That's going to empower those who work in groups, or be able to start forming more groups for the community, for wherever you're at in your jurisdictions. So to take the knowledge that you know, the drive that you can see in your mind, and be able to communicate that with those that know and those that don't know. For those that want to know, and for those that don't want to know but need to know, but they reject because of their, fascination and denial to themselves. And with that, I think I'm gonna yield. Yeah, I'm gonna yield. I'm gonna pass that thing back to my bro. Bro.
You know, You know? All righty, let's do this because we know they wasn't with us in the jurisprudence, Jim. Brother Sean was on point with that this morning. Like, bro, they wasn't with us in the jurisprudence, Jim. Like, however, guys, you know, because I just put in a telegram for the jurisprudence, Jim, and asked the question, you know, how is this lunar eclipse, affecting your legal and lawful dealings? So that's the angle I'm going to start with here in the Taurus zone for 11:48:40 post meridian. That's 2300 hours, 48 minutes, 40 seconds. So right near Christchurch, right? Looky, Astro Cookie. As far as the Taurus zone is concerned. So we can see here, as Brother Sean said, yes, this solar eclipse, along with Venus being Cazimi, is in the Cancer Navamsha. So it just really says collectively when it comes to what you're looking to have in relating, or maybe in the future when it comes to interacting with one another, and the values that pertain to other people's property. That's why we was like, we're down with OPP, yeah, you know me. Because technically, Scorpio, 8th house, the hydro-Martian energy is really about reflecting your self-finances, however, in the way that you're possessing things that's needed, or able to have things be an outcome within your possessions and your values and finances. However, it will turn out in how you interact with those that you relate to, whether it is those that you actually are working with wherever you exchange your energy for compensation, or in your immediate relationships, maybe your mother mistress consort or your son master consort, all right, depending on whom you are. And as you can see, this is actually taking place in the 4th house, all right? So very interestingly, and of course, we're always going to see, when the moon and sun is conjunct Spica and, the spirit and fortune are always going to be conjunct when the moon and sun are conjunct, because it's a formula that has it going on. However,
that's exactly conjunct the ascendant too. Interesting.
Yeah. And that's going to always happen. You know what I'm saying? So sort of, kind of, so to speak, because every time the sun and moon are either in, conjunction or opposition, you're going to see spirit and fortune kind of do their thing, because the formula for part of spirit and part of fortune deals with moon, sun, and ascendant. So with this conjunction here, what you're going to really see, even Mercury coming off of that trine, so to speak, or really soon the ascendant will catch up, because the ascendant, like the second hand in the clock, changes a degree every 4 minutes. So soon it will be trine Mercury. All right. So with that being said, it will continue being in the 4th house here for this Taurus zone. So what you guys will be able to see is there's going to be some very balanced, exchange in terms of communication and local community, really actively allowing oneself to be probably altruistic in a place where you probably feel forced. You probably see somebody on the side of the road with a flat tire, and you may not want to assist them because of the time of night it is, or something like that. However, what you may do is call some type of tow truck to assist them as you're passing them by. You may take a note of the mile marker where they are, and be like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to stop and help them, but let me call someone to help service them so they can get on the road. With this actually taking place all in the 4th house, you have Mercury there in Libra. So we're really making sure that when it comes to when we're going into detail and having that divine balance within us, we're really bringing out the values of the detail, where, probably people are planning quote unquote hair shows, fashion shows that may pop up in May, so to speak, around that time. And also, we're seeing between Mercury and the moon is Spica and Arcturus. Spica is in Virgo. So Spica, deals with the Astro-Masonic poetry, right? The poetic fiction is called Mary. However, it's alluding to the Astro-Masonic fact Spica in Virgo, as well as the poetic fiction Joseph. However, at times, dealing with not just Jupiter, however, here in this example, Arcturus, which is the star in Boots, constellation Boots. So Boots and Virgo being your astro-Masonic Mary and Joseph, right? We're not dealing with the myth here, and that myth is descended from our Moorish zodiac constitution. Actually, there wouldn't be anything on the planet without our Moorish zodiac constitution, which is the pinnacle and the top for all governments on the planet. And this is why we do what we do in doing our community service, because 7hillstar.com astrology firm is, not was, not about to finish being, no, we are in perpetuity that which all governments must depend upon in order to really go further with themselves. Because if you guys really pay attention, that's not an arrogant statement. When you really do the science behind this, go to your Library of Congress and get the Zodiac Constitution and read it. And you'll actually see that you wouldn't even have your Magna Carta to our sons and daughters out there, our pale-skinned sons and daughters. And I'm being, again, I'm not being mean. I'm being very forward and upfront. So even those that are in orders and maybe, Masons, Shriners, Eastern Stars, or things of that nature, you're welcome. And what you'll see is in this eclipse, actually the values, being brought forward pertaining to the security. You're going to actually go and realize that this is the eclipse where you're to honor your ancient foremothers and forefathers so that your days may be long upon the earth land. You're going to really see that if things aren't communicated so that you can come together and produce baby justice, that's baby Jesus, then you may feel a little insecure in your heart. If you got hate in your heart, let it out.
Let it out.
However, you'll be able to divinely balance these things, even though it may seem like there may be some form of debilitation pertaining to your values. However, it just goes to show you that at the end of the day, maybe you were missing honoring your foundation. And with that, I yield the floor. Islam.
Islam.
Jupiter and Saturn, I think, are the strongest planets here at this time too, bro. I think they got a +5 going on in each one, right? Saturn's in its own rulership, and Jupiter is in its own triplicity in terms. So they both have a +5 here, right? So what we're actually going to see is when it comes to the ideals that people are really thinking about when it comes to their where they're exchanging their time for compensation, as well as the higher learning. You may be doing some training of some sort, or you may be preparing to prepare some form of paper. The professor just, maybe put a paper out there for you, it needs to be done, or astrologers are really focusing on their reports. I know that when it comes to us, we're really focused on writing. And that's all I just really say, especially when it comes to this music. However, we'll see that this is happening in the 5th house, this solar eclipse, while Mercury, ruling the ascendant, Venus, while Cazimi, that's a very special place for Venus to be in, actually, you know what? Just coming from off of being Cazimi, actually, because Cazimi is 0 degrees 0 minutes to 0 degrees 17 minutes. So it's kind of having that combust energy, just being, 22 minutes actually past being Cazimi. However, still in council with the king and queen, so to speak, as they would say, or with those luminaries that are in charge from our perspective here on Midgard, Earthplane Asha. What is actually occurring is a means for us to really find some balance in how we make sure we do not use, because you see sun and moons together, Arcturus and Spica together, all while this is happening. So make sure you're being very open in your communication when it comes to coital experiences, or some people will say sexual intercourse. So make sure you're very open in knowing what your quote unquote safe words are. And I don't mean just while you're in the act. What I'm actually speaking on is making sure that consideration is not one-sided, so to speak, right? You want to make sure you're being very considerate in what it is that you intend to express to yourself, through yourself, and with others. So with that being said, I really think when it comes to any intercourse, however, because intercourse does not just deal with, coital actions. Intercourse is communication. Look it up in Henry Campbell Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, and or, do an etymological research. All right. So when it really comes to communication, you got to be very creative, both parties. You know that you want an outcome to happen in your favor where it is climactic, so to speak. However, make sure that you are not being deceptive in what it is that you want or what it is that you intend to be the outcome. So when it comes to contracting, this right here for this configuration that actually occur in the 5th house, this is give full disclosure, bring full disclosure to the forefront, put a spotlight on the terms and conditions that will rule the contractual interaction. And with that, I yield the floor. Islam?
Islam.
And that was the Aries zone, right? That was the Aries zone.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm. Chengdu, China, at 1800 hours, 48 minutes and 40 seconds, or 6:48:40 post meridian. This is taking place in the 6th house, guys. Alrighty, so what you can do here is thoroughly allow yourself to be of service to others, and or maybe the best service that you can do for yourself and others is maybe it's a good time to take a rest, stay away from that event that you think you want to go to, but you weren't feeling like going to it. Go with what you feel. Don't go. All righty. However, what you may be able to do is find some value actually in being altruistic, some value in sharing yourself with others. So if you do decide to go and have this fated interaction in serving someone, make sure when you go there, you are in the position where it looks like you're royalty. However, you're being very kind to everyone. This is like that energy where you have on that beautiful dress or that very tailored, very awesome looking tailored suit. However, you rolled your sleeves up to, allow the help to get assistance from you. Let's make it a little simpler. You're at a restaurant. Instead of allowing the waiter to have to go around the table and collect everyone's plates, be that one that collects all the plates from everyone and put it in one corner of the table to assist said waiter or waitress, and continue to be generous in the tip that you give. Pause. What I'm saying is not just tip. What I am saying though is, when you go to give someone, I guess, added compensation for them being of service to you, then you can be of service to them by recognizing and respecting and recognizing and respecting that which they're doing for you. So it will be no problem for you to even pool everyone that's with you finances, pool all the finances so that you can be able to allow that server, right, that waiter or waitress, to be able to enjoy while they do what they're doing. We all know that, being here at North Gate while under occupation, until those of us that know law to the point where we know we're going to enforce law, still we're on a sincere mission, and it is our charge. In order to change the people, you must change their literature, so that when we're enforcing the law, people aren't going through Federal Reserve note withdrawal, people wanting to have their trusts and private and public talk. Public and private is imaginary. It's a faith-based currency system with anything that you're really going into. So I think we need to get to a mindset that the best way for us to really serve one another is to really recognize that the people are the finance. The people are the ones that are putting these products and things together. So instead of thinking what you're going to do as far as finance and things of that nature, I'm not endorsing communism. What I am saying is we need to get to a point where we're recognizing that we need not to be selfish. Alrighty. Let's not be so self-serving here. So what's going to happen is going to be a change in your values and really seeing like, oh man, hold on. yeah, I got this house built by these construction people, and I know they have families that need to be taken care of. So why don't we have a system in place other than Federal Reserve notes where it could be way more community-based, globally community-based, where everybody just recognizes that everybody needs what everybody needs. It's like that one video where the people with the long handle spoons can't feed themselves. However, they recognize that the way that everyone can be fed is if everyone extends their long handed spoon to someone either across from them or next to them. And that's what this energy is here for the Pisces zone, where this configuration is taking place in the 6th house. And with that, I yield the floor. Islam?
Islam, bro.
On my broski doski, brother Sean Alim.
Islam, bro. That was magnificent.
Islam, bro. All the praises due to balance.
Balance. Alrighty. Let's see where we at now. We are still on this Tuesday, 1648. What you would say 448 post meridian, and what at parole Wuhan.
Got you all in check. Let me stop.
And 7 still hard, ain't nothing to fuck with.
Wuhan.
All right, guys. So Aries risings in this around this Bhutan area. This solar partial eclipse will be occurring for you guys in the 7th house. So yes, this is about partnerships. So I would say hold off on signing any new contracts. Wow, look at Eros, part of Eros in there too at Venus.
Yeah, I know, right? Which, a lot of those
lots they jump around.
Arabic parts are going to be conjunct each other because of the sun and moon's conjunction. So yeah, man, that's why I said people are going to really have to pay attention to the way they're relating. Venus and Scorpio could be like an individual who uses their sexual nature as a carrot over the horse's head. So that's why I said here, we're going to have to really recognize about what we're doing to get what we want. All righty. So even if you're not literally using the sexual energies, what you're doing is you're using energies to attract things to yourself in a way that may not be beneficial for everyone. So it would be very amazing to be, considerate, so to speak. You might really want to be considerate. I yield, bro. Islam,
yeah. Words of wisdom from bro. Be very considerate. Yeah, and definitely don't be I would say the birds and the bees without any protection, especially with someone that you don't see a future with just for sexual lust or energies. Because come summertime, and that Cancer Lou ain't gonna be there. You're like, man, I did not listen to Seven Hill Star, and I did not indeed take turn of the energy. But also in this sense, this is a really great time to dive with your partner, like when it comes to contracts or getting to know each other. So finding intense, intimate ways to understand and view each other, or be of service to each other, that will bring healing to you, and you can reflect upon that in solitude. So, spending time together, but also spending time apart, so that it's not too much of, what's that saying, like smothering each other, right? It's kind of like smother each other in love, then you kind of separate so that, the tension can build up, or the appreciation for each other's love and touch whenever you come back together.
Or I'll say it like this. Girl, I'm going to slap you up with a vegan biscuit. Let me stop. I yield.
It's love. And and Mercury's in Libra too. So it's really about just communicating what's on your mind, right? And it's applying trine with Mars. So this is definitely planning your next steps, move, whether you're shooting shots, whether you're looking to either manifest new contracts, review contracts, finding ways to do some self-care, right, for yourself, and not worrying about, having to, spend some finance, finding ways like, well, that you could do this and, transact with someone for something that they need so that no one really would have to come out of any finance or energy of, serving each other. And the people in the seventh house too, yeah, it's really reviewing these contracts, Joe, studying contracts. What is contract? What is not? And I think once people actually take the time to really study and not be in a sense of fascination and denial within themselves and their mind, so their mind, heart could be telling them one thing, but their mind's telling them another. So
my mind's telling me no. Let me stop.
But your heart is telling you yes. But you don't want to believe nobody.
Yo. But there's something that must be confessed.
Best, yeah.
I'm just guessing.
I don't see nothing wrong with some nationality and birthrights.
For real. Seriously.
Nothing wrong with nationality being the order of the day.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's just nothing wrong.
But go ahead, John. Yeah, bro.
But you need some truth. You need some truth. Yeah, like seriously, guys. Yes, this is being open to the unknown. Open up your faith. Kind of really just like letting go. So this can even be like say new moon, but this ain't really a time to eclipse. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of energy coming up to like past dealings. So for those in partnerships, if you got those in the past trying to come back, if you know you're happy, don't entertain that shit.
Seriously, man.
Seriously. And also just be wary of like the internet, everything that you see on the internet. Like folks be Fezless, but all cap. So just really learn how to love and just like respect and honor yourselves. For those that are partnerships, respect them and be, like I said, be truthful. Fascination denial right here. Lilith, if you know in your mind that you're not going to be good for someone, keep it real. If you're not afraid to do deeds in the dark, don't be afraid to keep it real when it comes to the light. Is what I'm gonna say here. And Mercury is all about balance, peace, love, harmony. So yeah, really be open to letting go of the past. And for those that would like to stay stuck in the past, then hey, make sure you relive that nostalgia in your mind and do that. Mars in the third house too, yeah. So really it's going to be communications too with just your siblings, like a really lot of past life energy, but I'm just getting that this is only coming up, for all these areas, for the collective here on Asha and Midgard, of just really seeing the growth of where you're at. So plotting on growth and not kind of backtracking on things. So having things come up to test, she's like, oh, wow, why do I feel this way? But you're seeing that you're past that, you're better than that, but it's just kind of see how you're going to react with that trigger. So, really letting go of that in those partnerships and business dealings. So if you dealt with bad beings in the past when it comes to like the business contracts or working together or studies, whatever type of fashion that you would like, that you can take this, let it resonate with you, really letting go of all that and knowing that not all beings are bad beings. You just had a couple run-ins with some bad beings that was just like, oh, yep, I'm seeing how I can learn from myself and within me to listen to myself and not let no one else play me with those intentions. Even if they don't hide them, you'll know that your intuition, your gut, never tells you wrong. So, listen to your gut and listen to your heart. But don't be in fascination denial because Lilith's right there in the third. So your mind is going to be telling you all these different things. So finding ways to be still or be quiet or find peace. So for some could run, want to jog and get the energy. Others lift weights. Some meditate. Whatever way and fashion that you can find some still and peace in your mind, because your mind's racing. Eclipse energy, we're really purging a lot. And Jupiter too is in Aries, like right there with victory. So you're really growing, like the inner you is growing, even though it's not being seen on the outer. But this eclipse is removing those energies. And in the 5 cycle, in the physical, you'll be making these partnerships, because this will be occurring in Libra. 5 cycle for this new moon. Tropically, it's in Scorpio. In the 5 cycle, it will be Libra. So you'll physically be doing beautiful things or trying to find harmony, writing, communicating, music, right? And with that, I'm gonna yield for Bhutan. Right. And for the Aquarius. So now moving back, all right, we're gonna get to Capricorn. Where you at? There we go. Boom. So moving along, we are now at Gagra. GE. I'm not sure how I even find whatever that is. All right. Anyways, so we got Aquarius on the rise. So definitely we could look at Saturn and Uranus. That's how these things, how this energy is going to be poured out, occurring for you guys on the Tuesday. 2:48 post meridian. We got Sol and Luna in the 8th. With Venus and Eros there again as well. Wow. So now Eros, it's right there with Sol and Luna. Because if we look at the last one, it wasn't quite there. Yeah, this is interesting. So now,
hold on, you said what wasn't quite there? I'm sitting here posting in
the arrows up in,
DMs.
let's see, because I just did Aquarius. So let me go back here and look.
Was it in the 8th? A lot of them should.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was right there too, between Venus and all that, and Aquarius. Yeah. All right. So
it's interesting though. What's really interesting is the fact that Sun and Moon are in the 8th, while everything else is in the 9th. That's there in Scorpio, right at the 9th house cusp, being at 2 degrees 22 seconds. Very, very, very interesting.
Don't worry. Pardon me, I really can't sing, so I'm gonna sing in the low tone. My bro, who can, put those tunes in there.
I'm just a voice actor at times.
Okay. So many things I got to. It's that energy right here, kind of. Venus, Arrow, Luna, and the 8th. And this could come in intense. Probably like so intense. She'd be like, hold on, what are you doing? It's like, this is like, could maybe even trigger like past dealings, past energies. In the 5th house of Lilith, but
instead of love, it's Lord. Let me stop. I mean, it's the same song, bro. You just replace love with Lord. It's immediately a gospel song at that point. Like, seriously. For real.
We gotta Franklin do it. That'll make it a hit for him.
I'm just saying.
Lord,
you think about the lyrics.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Lord, instead of come on now, Lord.
Yo. Hey, yo. Do you want a revolution? All right, let me stop. I'm gonna stop.
Do you want a Lord-lution?
Hey, yo. I promise you, yo, we can do this improv stuff like all day. Okay. I yield, man. I'm over here dating and appling right now. I swear, yo. Apple slices and dates taste like caramel candy apple, bro. Promise you.
Yeah, dates. I love some dates. Dates are so fire.
Yeah, bro.
It's a beautiful energy, though, because like I said, it's triggering just mental things, but like this is like not in a bad way. Like I know a lot of folks take it like if you're not accountable or you don't want to deal with things and things that trigger you, you're gonna kind of say things are controlling or you don't like it or whatever, but it's only to assist you and help you grow. So reject the life raft not because it's not a Gucci life raft, right? Because the energy.
It's not a Gucci life raft. Oh,
Oh
darn.
man, I'd rather just drown. It's like,
Wow.
all right, drown. Yeah, really letting go. This energy is like letting go. Saturn's in the first, so this is being poured out. And Saturn will looks like yes, Saturn is direct. So at this time, so yeah, a lot of mental security, a lot of mental peace, a lot of clarity pertaining to is when it comes to like any like blocks, limitations, but also getting clarity about protection of how your sense of self, your mind is definitely protected here. And then we'll look for Uranus. Uranus is in the third. So, still, in that retrograde arc, right? And Taurus. So definitely still going over your mental about finances or just communications, or really just maybe even coming to realize how one is too comfortable or just how finding ways to become more secure within one's own self. And this eighth house, Sol and Luna, this is about just finding or remembering, right? Just past life energy. Like, definitely pay attention to the dreams, past life energy, meeting beings, vertex in the seventh. Yeah. So definitely meeting someone or remembering ways about yourself in the past that how you're more organized or how you can become more organized if you're feeling disorganized. And with that, I will yield. And now we will move into the Sagittarius zone.
Right. Sagittarius zone. Set mom signs in a Sagittarius.
We pulling up to Dorog, Hungary, in the Sagittarius zone. That Sagittarius zone. Ooh.
Sounds like it's funny. Dorog, Hungary sounds like a rapper's stage name.
They call me Dorog. Hey, Dorog.
Yo.
Dorog.
Hey, yo. That is hilarious.
Yeah, Dorog with the do-rag.
Yo, that would probably really, don't be surprised because guys, we inspire the industry like a lot. Like we're very inspirational to a lot of different so-called industry and platforms. Alrighty. A lot of times we watch different, I'm not bragging, but we watch different celebrities watch us and then we see they're inspired. So the greatest, there's this, this form of flattery that happens, so to speak. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. So we get to sometimes hear people's language a certain way. And we already know, like, bro, we the ones that formulate that thought that a certain way. So it's just funny to really, it would be funny to see a rapper comes out called Dorog and the Do-Rag like that. And I'm be like, bro, Sean, there you go. Again, we're doing it again. We're shaping culture as always. And I'm not bragging, guys. I'm really telling you what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, I yield. I was about to say something else, but I'm gonna yield because I gotta finish that drink champs, yo. I gotta finish that yay drink champs because I was like, oh, there's another shout out. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna say everything but say we Moors. But they know the Moors know that I know we Moors, but I ain't gonna say it.
Man, because I enjoy watching Seven Hills, Star, but I can't say it. It's all good, man. We can hear and see very clearly. You know what I'm saying? I yield, bro.
Yeah, just send us our Yeezys and the slides.
It's funny because it's just like when I first dropped, I'll say this, when I first dropped Astrology Street and first put it out, and I sent it to the different so-called celebrities that I think would just be interested. I started seeing them started getting a lot into puppetry and stuff like that. But like a month later or something, Nicki Minaj drops Barbie Dreams, and like Moroccan Roy is in the beginning of Barbie Dreams. You see what I'm saying? They didn't put the fez on them. They just had the maroon curtain You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of times they get inspired and they'll do things or whatever to just kind of, say thank you sort of kind of in a way. But yeah, Astrology Street, once I sent that to Nikki, like she totally used that inspiration. So that's what you guys look. I mean, I'm not plugging Nicki Minaj, right? What I'm saying is if you were to look at Barbie Dreams by Nicki Minaj, look at that video, that's Moroccan Roy in the beginning. They just didn't call me to do it. And I'm not on some celebrity shit. I'm just saying, you just pay attention. I was like, yeah, it's just pay attention. He's yellow. He got on the bow tie because that's what I have on when I was sending it out. You see what I'm saying? So what they do is like I said, I notice every time it's done. So all I got to do is just be like, oh man, okay, good. You're welcome, or thank you for the mention in a kind of, not what
invisible
like,
ink kind of way.
What kind of way?
Invisible ink.
Sort of, kind of, yeah. You need to like put the fucking like citrus from the orange on it, then hold it under black light so you can see the message and shit. Like, yeah, bro. But like I said, this has been going on for years. All right, so it is what it is, man. Shout out to all that are inspired by what it is that we do, man. We see you guys watching, we hear you, and we're going to keep doing what we do so you can be further inspired and growing your comprehension also pertaining to astrology and civics. And with that, I yield the floor, bro. Do your thing. Sagittarius zone. Islam.
All right. So in the Sagittarius zone, we got Capricorn on the rise. We already know, ruled by Saturn. All right. And the first. All right. But we're talking about Sol and Luna here in the 9th house. So yeah. But it's hungry surrounded areas. Also Capricorn risings. There's gonna be a sense of travel here. Wanting to travel, so definitely making some long trips. They will be like quote unquote out of country, right? Taking some out of country trips. So really just embrace some kind of different culture. So for someone that's like, hey, I want to study, Spain or the Moors or how they cooked, taking that trip to, Granada or just different places to understand different cultures. And that could be by yourself, or that could be with your loved one, or someone could meet someone on a trip somewhere that really sparks something. Yeah, because they have vertex in the 7th. So yeah, traveling, relating. This could even be like, I see someone like at a museum or like doing a tour and kind of just run across someone meeting them and like, it's like that one song. What was that? It was love and
Wow, that's Carl Thomas.
Yeah.
And I wish I never met her.
But in this sense, she's like, I'm so glad I met her. Because, just out doing your travels, doing your studies. Or, on the flip side, you could be like, you wish you never met her. But now you're able to take those lessons, those pains, those energy, or even him. In a sense, sons, mothers, taking that energy and really just moving it and understanding why. Like, I'm really getting like, I keep saying skeletons out the closet. Like, I think a lot of things are going to be revealed to each individual in their own sense as to why things had to happen, how they had to happen. So yeah, definitely make sure you get your astrology reading, Joe. Let us give you some wisdom, some game, so that, not only on the past, but we are in our bag so much, we don't even throw it in the bag. Like, we don't even need bags, because we have so many different ways to assist and how to look at things. So, we've got the memes to make you laugh, but we also can get into the bag of really showing you some things. So yeah, definitely get your readings. Also tarot too. I'm getting probably a lot of things gonna be like looking more into like psychic consultations. Getting that done as well. fascination and denial lives in the 6th. So that's in the trine. So yeah, definitely just becoming clear, coming clear on who you are, what's your foundation. What are you trying to do for the children? What are you trying to build for yourself and your children? The truth coming out about the ministers, pastors, religion, law, like I said, people are going to start seeing. I know it's slowly happening because it can't all happen at once. I know Prophet Noble Drew said that. Can't tell everything at once. Because you go back to sleep or people be ready to really do some things. And I got the bird chirping in the window. So yeah.
Yo,
I don't know if you can hear it. I can let the window up. You can hear it, but yeah,
nature's coming. Like, hey man, hold on, man. What's gonna happen for me? When
oh, man, let me get this. I know you had Woody Woodpecker not too long ago in that video. Let me get on here with you.
Wow.
So yeah, really just coming into
nature does
things. I think the more that the collective has tried, to deny truth, and those that are in so-called positions try to deny things, it only can keep the truth hidden for so long. So I think a lot of beings is ready to be shocked to the truth of thing to come out. And it's in a Cancer Navamsha. So definitely home, a lot of home doings, home foundations, family tree and roots. So yeah, somebody's about to find out that they're not really truly family, or that they're from some kind of like lineage that
hashtag. What do you mean I'm adopted? Let me stop. I mean, that's what you just said.
Yeah, things are coming out, yo. So but hey man, that closet needs to be cleaned out, man. You got all them spider webs and stuff in now. All right. So yeah, this being open to truth so that a fresh start can be had, because we know that in November, the next eclipse will be occurring. So this is kind of like just a beginning of it, of things just to come out, things just to be transformed. So getting clarity about your wisdom or like your beliefs now could be going through a transformation, or coming out of like a hermit mode transformation. I mean, out of a hermit mode, or just they would say that cocoon, so that now you're seeing things in different light, and how you see things on the inner or through your third eye will really start being that same on the outside of you. With that, I'll yield. And I'm about to just oop that behind the back to my bro.
Islam and the live chat on YouTube. Just wanted to say peaceful greetings to Halos and Young, brother Al Norlatifel, and Yaya. Islam to you also. So thank you all so much. Shalom, peace, and love to you all, Moors. That's what brother Halos and Young says. And Yaya says Islam. All right. So with that being said, guys, let me now actually set that. I know I've been knocking it out on the phone, man. There. All right. So now we're in the Scorpion zone, right?
Yeah.
All right. Agadir, Morocco, right? And that's obviously across the pond when you're speaking. We're not talking about the Morocco here, so to speak. It's obviously speaking about the kingdom that was established in 1956 after Dwight D. Eisenhower's tenure, or during the latter part of his tenure. So with that being said, because we know Morocco existed in here way before the Morocco that was established in 1956. All right. So we're actually seeing this configuration taking place in the 10th house.
That 10th
when it really
house
comes,
deep.
What'd you say?
That 10th house is deep.
Yeah, bro. It's muy interesante.
It's like a
right?
mother and her children in a minivan.
Come on. we're gonna be late for the soccer game.
For soccer, I gotta drop you off at basketball. You've got to go to T-ball. Let's go.
So interesting, because we're speaking about status here, right? 10th house deals with the essentials, one's status, one's position is seen amongst their peers, right? In horror, 10th house would be the mother, for the 4th house is father. So even with Brother Sean speaking about, the whole minivan analogy, what's actually occurring here, and not by mistake at all, is really a means for the children and mom to spend some valuable time together while in transit. All right. This will be one of those moments where the children will actually see how much their mother actually loves them, or their progenitors in general, both mom, mother, and father. So what they're going to actually see in this moment, whether it is an actual child and youth, or you being able to recognize what happened with, you out there collectively speaking with your mother and father, right? What you're going to actually see is why they were able to bring you to the planet. I think this is going to probably be felt across the planet, especially though, however, the Scorpio zone, someone's going to actually recognize and see why their mother and father actually, one, really loves them, or made the decisions that were made where, even if, like you said, if someone finds out they've been adopted, or their aunt is not really their mother, it's their aunt. Because a lot of times people, when their children get sent off to other family members, there are some people that really practice that a lot, especially near places like near the Connecticut State Republic and things like that. Sometimes people try to ship children off and things like that or whatever, without really being in tune with our ancient foremothers and forefathers mindset. However, I think what will occur in this moment is not a convincing of why it happened. There's going to be a sincere unvelation, not revelation. We're not reveiling something, not putting a veil over it again. We're removing the veil. And in removing that veil, it'll really allow your heart to open a lot more than you even expected. Some people will actually probably find themselves, it's almost kind of also like that bully who no longer wants to bully anymore, because they actually realize where their hurt and pain is actually coming from, even though within the next 6 months to a year, they're going to still have to deal with all the bullying that they've done. So there's going to be reminders of, remember when you had this attitude, sort of kind of like this? Now you see why it really wasn't worth it, to have that kind of thinking, to have that kind of standing in your mind, allow your subconscious mind and your heart to be able to, be the baby justice, the baby Jesus, that really will bring forward a beauty and harmony and affection, where you can, if your mother and father are still around and still within reach, you can really just give them a hug just because, without wanting anything from them in return. And the mother and father will probably be thrown off like, whoa, what's this for? However, they'll actually know that there's maybe something in them that they'll look at their child and be like, there's something that happened, but it's not bad, but whatever this is good. So let's keep moving forward and growing. With that, I yield the floor. Islam.
Islam.
Dates and apples. So let's balance this thing off now. Taking place in the 11th house, Venus and the sun actually are ruling over the 11th house cusp, as well as the 2nd house cusp. The 11th house is the 2nd house to the 10th, and the 2nd house is the 2nd house to the 1st. So these are value houses actually. And with sun actually ruling over those signs that Venus and Moon rule. So even Cancer's kind of getting in here, reflecting that second house energy. Pardon me. Sixth house energy, 6 and 11. Forgive me. Venus is on 11 and 6 as far as its rulership with assistance from the sun. Our 8th house is there also. So what we can actually see here is some type of energy that is very there's a growth opportunity. However, there's a challenge to get over. And the growth opportunity and challenge to get over is there's going to be some knowledge or source of information that's poured out. It's really going to allow you to think before you respond electronically. Yes, ordinarily you won't have to respond to someone face to face. Or if you do respond to someone, you're around someone, interacting with someone face to face, there's going to be something about a communication that was sent electronically. And that electronic communication is going to be brought to the forefront for analysis. And in that analysis, what's actually going to happen is those that are to either approve or deny the electronic communication, they're kind of be in a mindset of either whatever was said in the communication, they're just going to let it go and grant you what it is that you're asking for, or they might not even comprehend it and still approve whatever that communication is. All righty. So what will happen is you will actually have a sudden change in your life due to someone that's just being a gracious servant, so to speak, and they're making sure that they're just in the mode of serving the people because they rarely see within themselves the reflection coming from others, and they can also see that which others are going through or trying to accomplish. They won't need so much explanation about it. They'll really just go off of literally how they would feel if it was them in your shoes. So I'm not sure which one of you guys are going to be doing the approving and or denying. However, what's actually going to happen is this is giving those favor. All righty. And so I think favor by service is going to occur here. However, whoever gets that favor, you must make sure that you're fair and being one that does not make those that ruled in your favor, so to speak, regret doing so, because then you will have to go all the way back to the end of the line and start over. This time, you got to dot every I and cross every T type energy. And with that, I yield the floor, Islam. And last but not least, guys, this is the Virgo zone. In the Virgo zone. All right. This is happening in the 12th house, very interestingly. And it's, man, that point of generation here, man. This is going to be a lot of Cancers made manifest, because the Virgo zone also deals with us where we are here at the North Gate. This is La Paz, Bolivia, right? So I really see a lot of Cancers manifesting with this energy here. I think, right after this, either right before or right after, I think a lot of people have conceived, they just don't know it yet. All righty. And what's going to actually come to the forefront is who you conceived with might be somebody that you dealt with before previously. Either when you were younger, you guys were in a relationship, you met up with each other and you're back together again, and you had a coital event. And in that coital event, the sparking of the ovum actually happened. However, everyone right now is just like going about their day. However, that news is about to pop up. And there is no abortions or miscarriages here. I see there's going to be a few Cancers manifesting 2023. All righty. Like I need that shit. I'm not even playing. It's going to be quite a few Cancers. And I think people are going to be doing a lot of twinning. That twin energy is really in the air. All right. And so at this equal point, this point of generation here at 15 degrees Scorpio, right? with it being kind of trined by houses from Mars, Mars is there slowing down before going retrograde 5 days later. Alrighty, so I think it would behoove you guys to really pay attention to the fact that Mars is slowed down while trine Mary and Joseph there. Spica and Arcturus and Mercury's on the way there. There's some twinning that's happening here. So if you happen to have Cancer twins come 2023, be not surprised, because really this eclipse energy is really allowing a lot of people to not have, I'm not saying you're lowering your standards, you're not putting people, even if you were with them in a relationship previously, you're not allowing your hangups and ridiculous standards to really stop the fact that that being is actually probably the only being that sincerely loves you. All righty, you guys are going to really come across an energy here where you're going to have that unrelation, that being high maintenance about what you think a relationship is not going to really come to fruition as much as you're going to recognize how someone really loves you and cares for you without the animal husbandry mindset behind it, without those thinking that the only way that the relationship can be what it is if everyone's selling themselves for pecuniary compensation. We're coming to a time, like I said, that the people are really realizing that we don't have to use a currency system to have what we need. We just need to be globally altruistic in knowing that we all have the same needs: food, clothing, and shelter. However, there are sometimes extracurriculars that people enjoy. Cool, that's fine. That can still be provided too without putting people under the hypnosis that they must use a faith-based currency system to have things that are actually tangible, that come from the earth. All righty. Finance doesn't make, well, faith-based currency systems aren't the ones that make a means for people to be creative, to grow food, to make things out of materials from the earth. It is those sentient beings that grow the food, make things creatively from materials from the earth that the faith-based currency systems actually depend upon. So slowly but surely, in a spiritual Fight Club fashion, that faith-based currency system is going to be eradicated. Automation will further take its course, and everyone will be cared for, not in a unrealistic utopian fashion. I think everyone will recognize the importance in making sure that everyone is cared for on the planet. That may sound crazy. It might sound wild. Sound like some Neptune strike twoing over my midheaven type stuff. However, when you see it, recognize it and act accordingly. All righty. So shout out to all the Cancer twins that are the manifest. Come when the sun transits Cancer in 2023. And if it's not twins, right? Interestingly, what may happen is if there's any early manifestations, it'll be right at the end of Gemini. And with that, I yield the floor for my diverse testimonies and overall, but for this one particular in the Virgo zone near La Paz Corporation, Bolivia Republic. And I yield. Islam.
Islam. And when you find that news out, make sure you not only get your synastry, but make sure, we can figure out, when all that's going to happen for your little one so that you know yourself and your partner that you brought that with, and that now you can properly plan for yourselves and your little one, so that a lot of the things that these beings are tired of now changes. Because now, everyone's gonna do their thing, their 8th, 12th house, 5th, bumping grind. So why not properly do this so that beings could quit having little ones thinking that they're going to hold someone or trap someone, or thinking that's going to make them, so that we can really be in harmony and unity. so that these little ones can be trained up properly. So the adults, can be know themselves, so that we can really have this, quote unquote, heaven on earth, as they would say, energy. So that now we can get intense about what's true or what's hidden, so that when boom, when the sun hits Sagittarius, we're teaching. But yeah, for those that are gonna those Cancers, we know it's like I hear somebody now like, yeah, son, you ain't even know. Boy, we made you listen to that Seven Hill style to that clip.
That is amazing. Exactly. So guys, as you can see behind me, go to sevenhillstar.com, get your reports and readings scheduled. Get your reports and readings scheduled. All righty, at sevenhillstar.com, guys. All righty. We do what we do sincerely and genuinely to make sure you have what you need. I know very often you don't see too many copper tone brothers that actually work together consistently, over years, and actually be consistent in what we're providing you guys. So, reserving your rights, you can exchange and give your eleemosynary tuition for the AstroLiteracy sessions and reports that it is that we conduct and give. And you will not be disappointed, as we're on our way to making sure not only are we operating without having to utilize any faith-based currency. So on our way there, once we actually come to a point where, like, all right, guys, well, this is how it's done. We're not concerned about, interrupting public and private. I don't carry around, as Mother Malika says, I don't carry around dead bodies and have imaginary friends. All right. So at the end of the day, we know we're reserving our rights to have the things that we need, because the people are under a mass hypnosis. That's it. That's no belief. That's just, it is what it is. And some people, they love their mass hypnosis, man. They like, oh no, don't let my private trust go. No. You got to separate public and private. It's like, look, yeah, I get it. Boogeyman and Freddy Krueger and whatever tickles your pickle. Pause. It is what it is.
Freddy Krueger, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like that's what these people are doing. These are grown-minded people who really believe in a system that actually enslaves, and they just want to perpetuate it. But they wouldn't want to be enslaved. But as long as the fire ain't touching them, they ain't worried about those over there getting cooked. It's like, okay.
As long as I ain't getting cooked, I ain't worried about those getting cooked. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. It's like when Brother Taj said in one video, he's like, if you had like a bowl of like Rice Krispies, and just because the spoon is on one side of the bowl and Rice Krispies where the spoon isn't at, just like, I'm glad it ain't nuts over there getting eaten. Like, no, the spoon's coming around. It's coming around. You'll get on soon, very, very soon. You'll be getting masticated and digested, so to speak, right? Well, however,
Brother Corey,
I yield, beloved brother Islam.
I said, Brother Corey voice. Well, da 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 da.
Put the sprinkles on it.
Sprinkle me, man.
Seriously, man. Goodness gracious.
That was a good one, man. But yeah, bro, like I said, man, it's Intuition Monday, but like it's felt like a whole moon cycle since the last Intuition Monday. I'm like,
and we did the what was it? Was it
Sun and Grit Scorpio? Yeah, like be ready for the collabs, because like I'm about to post them, because we was conversing earlier. It's like Saturn goes direct, then we like got a Cazimi, then we got the Sun ingress, then we got the Venusian ingress, and then there's an eclipse. So definitely a lot of energy moving, like a lot of, and then Mars goes retrograde too at the end of October, then like the 30th. So like definitely a lot of purging here, a lot of spiritual shits, as they would say, being occurring. So make sure you flush, have some courtesy.
Yeah, seriously, right? And then like don't allow yourself to be moved by when corporations and or so-called government entities actually create another panic because it's getting cold. Do not fall for the panic in the cold. That's why it's best for the community to really start coming together and just stop putting your energy into the ones that you obviously raised to sovereign power, however, do not even comprehend how they should be operating.
Exactly. Putting faith in beings that don't give a shit about you, that took an oath to take everything from you. But you think they with you. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, how about y'all go to these public places, say, hey Siri, play Lil Jon, who you with? And see who they really with. And when they say, oh yeah, we took an oath called Constitution, but you're doing other things, unsit yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's simple, but I think a lot of beings have got comfortable with lies, you know, as we have joked before. You love the way you lie. So now it's coming out of the sense of like, well, if it's really like that, it's because, you know, not enough y'all, as they would say, woke. Y'all fake woke. You think you woke, but you're fake woke. It's like when you wake up from a dream, but you don't know you're still in a dream. You know, it's like a lot of beings are waking up. We're going to continue to do what we do with support or without support, with love and with hate. So whatever ways, we still going to do what we do. And we're still going to continue to set the bar in doing what we do and just being love and being honored, embracing the prophet's work, enforcing the Constitution and the treaties, and just being what we are. We know we have a charge to do, and we know that a lot of beings are just, hey man, just fucking rocks in the driveway, you know. Be flowers and trees and birds. So we just know what we're doing. We continue to do what we do. I don't know what rock song that is, but you know, we're gonna keep rolling. What? Keep rolling. Yeah. We're gonna keep rolling, because you know how we be cycling.
Yo, seriously,
You know how we be
like
cycling.
we be. It's funny too. You go and watch that Yay Drink Champs. You'll see. You're gonna hear it. I'm telling you, once we're done with this, I'm gonna watch that last hour. And I think I have like an hour and 28 minutes left in that Yay Drink Champs, bro.
I'm not gonna check that out. I know I got a couple runs, but yeah, we'll definitely I'm gonna check that, or I'll get with you, bro, and we watch it, or we'll get into some other stuff. I know I'm definitely about to chop up last week's Intuition Monday, Sun and Grit Scorpio, to go with this one, because man. And plus, I'm in a 8th house perfection year this year, so Mars, Scorpio. So I'm definitely like transform me, you know.
My collaboration finger is ready to accept.
Brother Jack, I'll be ready to keep up. I know it's been a minute.
Oh, bro, like I mean, it is. I mean, because it's funny too, because I was like, man, I really wanted to get some videos, like you know how we B-roll, and me and Brother Ara was talking about that 7-hour, 25-minute, 11-second video we just did Friday. Right, on analyzing the RICO Act, right? So it's like, man, it's like, yo, we can just create posts for like the next 7 days, just taking clip, man. We have so much content, like, and we're
I ain't even got to that. I'm like, man, like it's so much, like, man, we about to just be
we're like
2012 movie when they had the flood, the great flood is coming.
Me and Brother Ara was saying it's like when Lil Wayne was doing his mixtapes, bro. It's just like we just keep dropping song after song. I'm like, it's another mixtape. Like, yeah, bro. Like I mean, if you guys really check our track record these last 2-3 years, you're gonna be like, yo, they are like, because we won't stop. Because we can't stop
dropping like, I'm gonna get down, baby, and get down. It's 7 Hill Star. You stay fresh, death, all the best and the rest. Hey.
Super fresh to life. Yo, you're hilarious, yo.
Fresh to life, yes. Fresh to life on the strong begins and not the weekends.
I know, right? I know.
We know a lot of these beings been peeping.
That's what I said,
trying
man.
To see, trying to learn from us and be like, hey, look what I can do.
I know, right? Not even recognizing that we're telling mothers to say, look what I can do, not not look what the sons can do. Like, we have to make sure that this is really a breakfast fight. And it's over by breakfast, you know? So that's why we really do what we're doing, because, you know, we all get it correct as a global, you know, being the global collective. Like I said, we'll get to a point where we won't need faith-based currency systems. The only reason there's a faith-based currency system because people have not sincerely learned how to love instead of hate. So most people don't recognize they're natural born haters.
Ouch.
Just telling the truth. I'm not, you know, saying, hey guys, come to 7 Hill Star, subscribe, get your readings. You're a natural born hater. I mean, it's not really like that as much as after love comes truth. And we need to really comprehend what it is we're here to do on this planet, right? So we can have peace, freedom, and justice must always take its course. And I yield to you, brother. I know you got the host now, right? I make sure I get the host, right?
Oh no. Oh yeah, I do. Okay.
Yeah, you can do your closing remarks, bro. I mean, ain't no rush. I know
we just chatting. Yeah. But gratitude to you all, for everyone that was in the chat, you know, that goes to the post on, you know, Instagram and, you know, TikTok and all these different places that we post. Thank you for the love and support. You know, whether you try to say public or private, you know, we appreciate those that even are against us. Hey, because you help us sharpen our sword to get stronger and better. So it's best off just loving us. I mean, really. But hey, you have your charge, we have ours. So
and I'll say, just to add to that, as you're talking about everybody in the chat, shout out to Mother Carmisha and JL. Peace and greetings to you guys also, and for interacting, you know what I'm saying, with us as always. And I yield to you, Brother Sean.
You know, 7 Hill Star, we are out. You already know. Catch us every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Mondays, Intuition Monday. Wednesdays are the 7-day tropical medical astro weather report. Fridays are impromptu improv. We still have the AstroLiteracy conference going on, about less than a fortnight left of that. Yeah, and we
took a break this past Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and last Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we just ran all three together in one because we've been doing so much civic studies. All right. However, I'm pretty sure I and Brother R about to get together on some things. So remember, we still have AstroCivics Sundays too. We're doing like 4 things through 7 Hill Star on top of the George Previous Gym, bro. Like, we've been active every single day since 12th August 2022 up to October 30th, 2022. We've been active every day. We have not stopped. I yield, bro. Islam.
Yeah, we won't stop.
Islam.
I'm going to bring back that one photo with the M&Ms. I think it had like, Brother Sean, should I stop? No.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
The thing is, this is only the beginning. Folks are praying on our downfall, thinking this is the end game. We ain't even got started.
We're just
now. Yeah, on us now. We just getting started.
Just getting started. Pinky nails clipping work. It's just
pinky nail. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you starting out in the you know, the baby pool. You ain't even made it to 20, 30 feet yet. Where we at? You know, to the ocean. You know, start out on the shore. But it's really just getting started. I'm so excited. So excited. You know, my Kevin Hart voice. To just really continue doing what we do, because we know what we are here to do. We know what the people needs. We know the collective part, not the people. We're just doing what we do. And that's it. You know, we're cruising our own lane and in no competition. All we doing is just sincerely uplifting.
Correct. We just enjoy, you know, quote unquote, having fun. That's all, guys. We enjoy having fun. I yield.
Yeah, of course. You know, you already know we can have fun, you know, just like that. We can be serious as possible, but we love the fun energy. You know, it's like when, you know, loving on your, you know, puppy or your cat, you know, it's loving. But if it needs to go gorilla, we turn gorilla, we'll bite you quick. But you know, it's still love though. It might hurt you, but it's all love, you know.
It's
But thank you once again, brother Hassan, and shout out to Mother Carmisha. I think it was Halo City Young, JL, everybody in the chat. Hey, matter of fact, don't. That one time, bro, she tried to joke. Look at that Southern accent, girl, baby. You know, but
you're hilarious. I mean, you do kind of sound like Chingy when you say there. It's funny though. I like it, man. I like it.
You know, I like it when you do it right there. When you Hempstead walk, throw back at her.
yo, you sure that wasn't you on that? I'm kidding, bro.
Yeah, without the Ray Cash glasses.
Ears. You're hilarious, bro. I'm just saying that's how it sounds to my near the Baltimore Corporation ears, bro. Like seriously, that's how it sounds to me, man.
Islam. Gratitude indeed, brother Sean Alim L. Also brother Braveheart, and gratitude to brother Hassan again. And 7 Hill Star, we are out. So make sure you catch us back on Wednesday on the Mercury Day. Peace and love to you all. Namaste.